What's happening, everybody? Welcome back to Working with Bobby. I know it's one of them long time no see type things, but as you see by the thumbnail, you know what we're doing today. I actually didn't plan on doing this or recording it. I was going to go ahead and just do it when I could and, you know, just let y'all know that I did it in a short or something like that, because I ain't really felt like, you know, recording. But I'm making myself do this time because I know that it's going to bless somebody. So those of you who follow my channel, you already know what I go through when I got to get ready to do some kind of workout here. But I'm gonna just do a little kind of brief back and forth with the camera, but I'm gonna try to show as much as I can without making the video like 4 hours long. So I'm gonna get y'all turned around and see what, so y'all can see what I got going on. All right, you see bale out there? I'm gonna back it under here onto these two pieces of wood. I know a lot of us don't have concrete. This is what I do. Hopefully one day I'll get some concrete out here, or either get a shop build at the house. I got my pad so I can lay down up under the truck. I'm gonna go ahead and back the truck up under here, get it up in the air, set it on the jack stands, and then, oh, I'm sorry, I got y'all looking at the ground. And then I'm gonna do some stuff that I feel like y'all already know how to do and try to get down to the nitty gritty. So y'all just stay tuned. All right, y'all, we under the truck. As y'all can see, I always try to work safe. I got my jack stands up under here. I got the tires and the brake drums off. I even got the drive shaft disconnected. Try to be careful when you take that out. And you might wonder, like, well, if you ain't doing it but putting gears in it, why are you taking all that off? Well, the main reason I'm doing it is because of this. The pinion seal. I don't know, y'all probably can't see it because it's a little dark up under here and the light behind me. But the pinion seal been leaking forever, and there's nothing slung all over the pipes that's running on the other side. So what I'm doing is getting everything drained as much as possible so I can get the diff out, pull the axles, and then I'm gonna show y'all what I'm gonna put in there. So y'all just stay tuned. Okay, guys, please be patient with me as I'm under this truck on the ground, and I don't have my I don't have no way of setting this phone up right now. But when you get ready, for those of you who don't know, when you get ready to pull your axles out on either end, okay, what you want to do, if you got the drive shaft still hooked up, you want to put it in neutral so you can turn it. And what you want to do is you want to remove this pin, okay, this pin right here. You remove that pin, it's going to allow you to push the axles in and get the C clips out. Okay, so what I'm gonna do with mine, I'm gonna rotate this. It's real easy to move now because obviously the drive shaft not hooked up. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this screw out, slide my pin out, push the axles in. That way I can use like a magnet to get the C clips, and then I'm gonna pull the axles out, and then we're gonna get y'all cut back on. Okay, so that's just for the people that probably hadn't got the build up the curves to go this far. So y'all just stay tuned. All right, y'all, as you can see, we well past the no turning back point. So once I tear the inside down, I got new outer seals or axle seals, and I got new axle bearings that I'm gonna put in there. Let me go to the other side and show y'all. Same deal. It's always good practice to replace those while you got the axles out anyway. But this is another thing you can do. You know, if you don't want to lay your axles on the ground or you don't want them to fall, set them in the brake drum. Obviously it's going to fit because that's what the brake drum goes over. But it'll keep it from, like, you know, tipping over or whatever. And in this kind of environment, you don't want sand getting all over the internal components. So if you bear with me, I'm trying to get back up under this truck and show y'all what I got going on. Nothing broke, by the way. It's just the pinion seal was leaking, and I figure if I'm gonna do all that, I might as well go ahead and you know, just upgrade. So I have a Eaton, is it Eaton? I forget. It's a Detroit locker that I got to go in. You'll see it later in the video. I'm still doing the tear down part. Before I take the carrier out, what I want to do is set up my gauge and check the backlash on it so I can try to set it up about the same. This will be the first time in probably about 20 years that I set up a rear end, but I want to compare what it is now with the 342s in it, which that's what came in these trucks, well, some of them. And then when I put the 373s and everything in it, I want to see if I can get it set up the way it need to be. If anybody's watching this video that does these day and night, you know, day in and day out, you know, feel free to comment. You know, that way if I have somebody watching that's going solely off of what I say, it'll be an expert somewhere in the comment section that says, hey, you can do this different or that different or this better or that better. I don't mind. I'm always willing to learn. So I'm gonna try to get my gauge set up so I can check backlash. I'm gonna tear this out, and then I'm gonna take the pinion gear out and continue on with teardown, and I'll bring y'all along here and there. So y'all stay tuned. Alright guys, there's no way for me to do this and try to use both hands to show y'all the readings. So what I'm gonna do is just get close up on the gauge and tell y'all. You'll see it's on 2/1000ths of an inch now. My backlash went from that point where it is now all the way to 7/1000ths. So I got about 5/1000ths of an inch of clearance right now before taking anything down. So I need to get me one of them little short camera stands the way, or either get me a block or something and put up under here and prop the phone on, but y'all still wouldn't be, I wouldn't be able to zoom in close enough for you to be able to see the measurements. But I'm gonna write that down, that way I can compare it to what I got on afterwards. I believe the spec is in between 5 and 8/1000ths potentially. I have to look in my book, but we'll do that when that time comes. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this torn down and get the pinion gear out, and I'm gonna knock out them seals in the axle bearings, clean everything up, and then we're gonna prep the new stuff to go in. So y'all just stay tuned. Alright guys, as you can see, I got the old carrier out. The reason I got it set out like this is so I can remember which side these shims went on. I'm gonna use my micrometer to measure them. I may need these for the new one, I may not, I don't know. But that master kit came with some shims. But like I said, this is the old one. I got some zip ties running through the spider gears so they don't fall all over the place. And then I'm gonna use my slide hammer so I can try to get them axle bearings out. And then I'm gonna use a puller to get the yoke loose from the front of the pinion gear, and then I'm gonna knock the pinion gear out of the housing. Then I'm gonna start the cleaning process, and then we're gonna slowly put the new stuff back in it. So y'all just stay tuned. Alright guys, I got the carrier out, and as you can see through there is another light on the other side where the pinion gear is supposed to be. I knocked out the bearing races. Hold on a minute, I ain't even gonna pause y'all. I'm gonna just show y'all everything. Let me get up under this truck. Alright, that's the old axle seals and axle bearings. That's how it's supposed to come out. The other side, it came apart. And then I had to get under here. I'm sorry about the camera, y'all. I truly apologize. And I got to clean that seal surface and bearing surface. Most of y'all that done did this before, you know how it look. And let me go over to the table so I can show y'all. I already showed y'all this earlier, but this the pinion gear, and as you can see, crush sleeve. I should have got another light, but the crush sleeve that's on there, all this stuff is factory. I've never been inside this ring to this extent before. So what I'm probably gonna do, oh yeah, that's the inner pinion bearing, and I'm gonna call this the outer pinion bearing. I'm sorry about the shadow, I'm blocking the light. And then that's the seal. All this is getting done because of this seal. Now could I have just, you know, disconnected? Hold on, I got to pause y'all this time. Hold on a minute. All right, y'all deserve better, so I had to get myself together. I forget where I was when I put y'all on pause, but I think I was talking about that pinion. I'm pointing like y'all can see me pointing over there on the table. But what I'm gonna try to do is get the the axle bearings and seals put in. And I'm probably going to do the front side as well, but I'm about to get ready to stop because it takes a long time when you got to stop and record, and I'm tired from being in Charlotte all this week at school, so I might get my mom to take me home, and then I'm gonna try to jump on it in the morning. So I'm gonna go ahead and, like I said, get the axle seals in, axle bearings first, then the seals. I got me a seal and bearing driver. I'm gonna use that to make sure I get them locked in right. And I'm gonna just set everything down, and then we're gonna jump back on it first thing in the morning. So I'll see y'all then.